Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. My weekend was pretty good. Was able to really rest. Me and hubby was able to go out a few times. That's kind of our thing. We love to check out new restaurants, and we're both foodies. I think I'm more of a foodie than he is, but we definitely love to, check out new places. So, I definitely had fun with him, and we did some other family things this weekend, so it was really nice. But today is Monday, March 9th. It definitely seems like there was some things going on with Olivia this weekend. There was actually a video, and I meant to grab it, but I was getting ready for me and hubby I was getting ready to go out with hubby. We had kind of started our day early because there were some other things we had to take care of. And I was getting dressed, and I just happened to see where Liv had went live. It was like a short video. And so I was listening to it while I was getting ready. And of course, she ended up deleting that video. But she was basically going in on Jasmine, basically trying to make fun of the fact that Jasmine had came onto the internet sharing that she had a miscarriage. And Olivia being Olivia, she definitely was hitting below the belt. She was making fun of it. Definitely saying some very disgusting, vulgar things. And, trying to act as if she was giving Jasmine advice as far as how Jasmine is spending her money, acting as if, Jasmine made a horrible decision with her tax money by purchasing a new car, calling her dumb. And, she was just saying a lot, but it was really disgusting how she was really laughing and making fun of the fact that Jasmine had a miscarriage. And so here we are. Fast forward just a day later. Now, mind you, when she went live, this was on Friday. Okay, this was like Friday, kind of in the early part of Friday. I noticed she went live a second time, and that's the video that we're going to be watching here in a few minutes. But it's very interesting that I saw where she went live this morning, and she titled her video, "I Lost the Baby." And we're going to get into that live too, because there were some things that I wanted to capture in this live as she's talking about how she lost the baby. But I think it's disgusting that she entitled that video the way she did for a reason. Olivia is just very gross, and somebody in the comment section called her out on it, as you will see later. But what was very interesting was Olivia said that she ended up getting sick the very next day. So here it is. Olivia came on live on Friday, was making fun of the fact that Jasmine lost a pregnancy. And the very next day, Olivia ends up getting very sick to the point where she had to go to the ER. In her words, she said she felt like she was dying. She said she started spotting, and she was praying to God for her not to lose her baby. And this is why I keep saying what I say over here. When I say a thing, it's a reason why I say what I say. When I tell you that karma be coming swiftly around, it comes swiftly. You hear me? You cannot sit here and tell me that all of this happened to Olivia the way that it did just by coincidence. No, ma'am. Olivia experienced all of this the day after she thought it would be funny to make fun of a woman losing her child, because we've seen this many times over, right? Olivia has no problem making fun of women who can't carry their babies to full term. But I just wanted to give y'all a little heads up on what all we're going to be talking about in this video. But I'm telling you, this really bothered me. But let's go ahead and jump into this.
So this situation that I'm in now, I have never been in this type of situation. Like, I've never been pregnant with a guy's baby and slept with another guy. Ever. Ever. And I never thought I would do something like this. But it just so happens that I found a man who, like, wants to be everything I need him to be.
Really, Olivia? You've never had sex with another guy while being pregnant with somebody else's child? So you telling me you was celibate the whole time you was pregnant with AJ? You was celibate the whole time you was pregnant with Kalani? Like, girl, get out of here.
Like, everything, girl. Everything. Like, oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy good. But it's just still, it's still crazy. But anyway, that, like, really got me today, because I was thinking, I was like, damn, this dude was in that type of situation, and now, like, literally, that happened to his baby mama. So maybe it's karma for him. I don't know.
Once again, I think it's so funny how Olivia seems to be able to point out everybody's karma. She can clock everybody's karma. She even told AJ that when he did something happened to AJ, and she was like, that was his karma. Like, girl, you see everybody's karma but your own. When your karma comes around, you have to lie and make excuses and try to make it seem like it's not karma, and you'll come up with whatever you can come up with in the moment to duck and dodge from what your karma actually is. But I think it's very interesting how this girl is always calling out somebody's karma, but she can never see her own.
But I don't think that's a bad thing, though. Obviously, he got with the girl, he liked the girl, and he helped the girl out. So don't push him away, Liv. Girl. I'm not going to talk about it, y'all. I'm not going to talk about it, but there'll be no pushing away. I already told you guys, I think he's my husband, but we're not going to talk about it, because then I overwhelm myself with thoughts and emotions, and I was really good. Let me tell you guys something. I'm going to tell you this, I'm not going to tell you nothing else. I was in my feelings last night. Why? I don't know. I put my own self in my own fucking feelings, okay? We were laying in bed, we were talking, I put myself in my own feelings. I didn't want to act immature and, like, go off of my emotions, so I already knew he was falling asleep, or he had already fallen asleep at this point. So I got up. It was still early because we went to go lay down around 10. So it was like 11. I got up and I came in the living room and I thought to myself, I got my thoughts together. And then I was like, let me just go and clean the kitchen. Let me get my mind off of my own shit. And that's what I did. I came, I cleaned the kitchen. Don't look like it right now, but I cleaned the kitchen. And I didn't start no arguments with him. I didn't, like, overreact. I didn't overthink. And I was proud of myself. He told me last night when he woke up, he's like, baby, why did you leave the bed? I was like, because I didn't want to act like it was anything to do with him, even though it kind of was. But not really. It was my own shit.
So, once again, Olivia gets out of jail around January 28th. Somewhere around the 28th to around the first week of February, she meets this new man. And we're just in the beginning of March. So in a month's time, Olivia has not only fell in love with a new person, but she believes this is her husband. Oh, wow. Second thing I will say, the fact that she kept saying, I put my own self in my feelings, that is another indication, Olivia, that you self-sabotage. You was asking people in a live a week ago, you was asking the question, how do I self-sabotage? Well, this is another example of how you self-sabotage. The fact that Olivia said that she was proud of herself for not acting immature and for not reacting the way she normally reacts, I think that speaks volumes to how badly it really is when it comes to how she is with people. She doesn't know how to contain her feelings and her emotions. She doesn't know how to think rationally and think logically. So just her doing this one gesture, that was a major improvement for her because this is not what she's used to. She said out of her own mouth that she likes to date men that will match her toxicity. Okay? So that right there tells you everything you need to know. And so Olivia, I guess, is trying very hard not to act the way she normally acts because she is very much desperate to find someone that will be willing to, be settled with her or to settle down with her and to potentially marry her. But all of this happening in a month's time, this says a lot. It definitely speaks to what I've already been saying. You fall in love quickly. You give your body over to men quickly. You trust men with your children quickly. You just do a lot of things fast.
Anyway, it's my own shit. Okay, guys, I'm working through my own shit. Okay. How does your mom feel about it? Does she ever say anything? My mom is just like, if he's a good guy, then he's a good guy. If he's not, then don't deal with him, period. I'm grown, y'all. But my mom, she has her opinions, and I respect her opinions. It's nothing bad, but I'm grown.
True that Olivia is grown, but for the person to ask her what they asked her regarding her mama, Stella doesn't seem to really care about much of anything. Because this is the same mother who was living with her daughter while she was messing around with Zolo. She was staying in the same house with Olivia and Zolo. This is the same woman who was staying with her daughter while she was letting Jimbe come over. This is the same woman who knew that her daughter didn't know much about this man, and her mother didn't have no problems with this man coming in and being around her children after shortly knowing him for, a day or so before she slept with him. This is the same woman who Olivia said her mom really liked Jimbe and they was having a long conversation one night. This is the same mother when Olivia was on live talking about she ain't wrapping nothing up. Her mama heard her say that and didn't say nothing. But when Olivia said she wanted to get her tubes tied, that's when her mom chimed in, was like, no, I think we should talk about that later. So this is the same mother who sees her daughter making the same bad decisions, getting pregnant by random men. And here it is, Olivia is at least trying to consider the idea of preventing her from getting pregnant again by another random. And her mother didn't want her to do that. This is the same mother who has been watching Olivia's lives, been in the chats, and have seen Olivia crashing out, have seen Olivia getting drunk, have seen Olivia entertaining these random men, seeing these men in her daughter's home around her grandchildren, and she has not had anything to say. And this is the same mother who played along with the idea of trying to convince the internet that Joey was AJ's father. This is how far Stella was willing to go for her daughter, to support her daughter. That she was willing to not only lie to the internet, but to lie to AJ to make him believe that a man was his father when she knew he wasn't. And this is the same mother who was willing to allow her daughter to spin a whole lie on the internet for money by convincing or trying to convince people that she was literally homeless, living in her car, and she was begging the people for Cash Apps and for PayPal. And all the time, Stella be in that chat, monitoring her chat, being Olivia's moderator. She was nowhere to be found during those few days that Olivia was playing this storyline out, trying to convince people that she was homeless with AJ and Kalani. Trying to tell the people that the times when AJ was trying to tell the truth, Olivia was making AJ out to be a liar and that he was just a baby and he didn't know what he was talking about. And all the while, Stella knew exactly what was going on. Like, I can go on. So it's like, I don't even know why people are asking, well, what does your mom think about it? Obviously, we see what her mom thinks about a lot of things. And she really can care less what her daughter does. And that's sad because not only is your daughter out here looking crazy, but your grandkids are out here being affected by it.
But like I said, I've never done this before. This just happened, and I'm happy. Because, like, he's so cute. He's like, oh my God, baby, you got kids and cats and this. I said, I know. I got a lot of shit going on. Babies and baby daddies and girl, I'm a lot. You know? But it's okay. And I feel like I literally, like, I don't know. Sometimes he'll just be talking and then I'll just be like listening to him because he just knows so much about so much. Okay, anyway, let me shush though. Let me shut up. I'm talking too much. Anyway, we have 10 minutes and I'm about to sit my butt down. Okay? I'll do everything else when I come home. I'll clean this when I come home. I'll clean all this when I come home. I'll clean this when I come home. I'll clean all this when I come home. What nationality is he? He is black, honey. He is a black, gorgeous, sexy. My God. But he's like milk chocolate. He's so yummy.
I think that's very strange that when she is describing how this man looks, she first says he's black. Like, she put emphasis on the word black as to say this man is dark skinned. And then she says he's like milk chocolate. Again, implying that his skin complexion is dark. But we saw what he looked like. He's not black. He's not dark skin. He's not considered milk chocolate. He's light skin. I mean, did you forget you showed him? That's very strange that she's trying to flip it and make it seem like he looks completely different. Like, we saw what he looks like. He's just a little shade darker than you, girl.
Alright, so, yeah, because I don't know if you guys know this, and I believe I told you guys this. When I was in the process of moving out of my apartment, I was in jail, okay? But the people that were helping me, my people that were helping me move my shit, my apartment flooded, like at the end of moving shit out. So I lost a lot of shit, and the flood happened. I don't know if you guys remember my old apartment. There was a bathroom across from the kids' room and my office. Thank God most of the stuff was out of my office by that point, but almost all the kids' shit was in there. So I lost a lot of their clothes. You know, I lost a lot of their stuff, period. I lost that bunk bed. I lost a lot of shit. The mattresses. Yeah, and it's because the mattresses were on the floor and it just flooded. Like, there was like that much water on the floor and a lot of shit just flooded. All the shit was on the floor. Boxes were on the, it was better to just throw it away because if they put it in the storage, it would have mildewed, it would have molded, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I lost a lot of shit. But it's okay because you can rebuy shit. It's not a big deal. I'm going to get my baby some shoes. I'm going to take them to these outlets over here. Probably get them like 2 pairs each. And that will be good for right now. I dropped off AJ. I went to the store. I'm about to go to another store, but I have to get gas first. Ooh, gas is high. Oh, I can get gas where I'm going to Costco. Duh. Costco got the cheapest shit. Okay. Anyway, we're going to go to Costco and do everything. Because I have to get some more eggs. I have to, I'm getting a pizza for tonight. I'm picking up my kids tonight. Okay, so I'm going to go to Costco. I'm going to get gas. I'm going to get pizza for the kids later. Because right after I pick up my older kids, I have to shoot over to AJ's school. And remember, guys, every time I pick up my kids, I'm picking them up from Dallas, and then I have to shoot. It's like from Dallas to Arlington. It's a good 40-minute drive. Okay, so it's just a lot of driving, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, I have to be back here in Arlington at like 5:30 because AJ is gonna have open house in his school, and the kids and I are gonna go. So I'm trying to straighten y'all out. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. So I can't cook tonight, so I'm just gonna grab 2 pizzas from Costco, have them already at the house. That way when we go to AJ's open house, we come home, the kids are gonna be starving, feed them, boom, homework, boom, showers, boom, sleep, boom. You know what I mean? Because it's Thursday and they still have school on Friday.
So Olivia makes it a point to speak on the fact that when she was in jail, her mom and whoever else helped to move her belongings into storage because her apartment ended up flooding. And so she said she ended up losing a lot of clothes, mattresses, the bunk beds. And so I'm assuming that the reason why she's mentioning this is because people have been questioning why it is that she doesn't have anywhere for her older 3 children to sleep. But I don't know if all of the beds were ruined because she said that the bunk beds and mattresses were ruined, but AJ and Kalani have beds. So were all the beds ruined and you just purchased beds for your toddlers? Was the toddlers' bed some kind of way salvaged and they wasn't affected by the flood? And that's why they both have beds. But I don't know. I just would think that if you knew your children were coming, you would find a way to accommodate them prior to them staying with you. But with that being said, she's mentioning about how she did end up getting the kids. She said she was going to get her older 3 later on that evening. This was a live that she did on Thursday. And we're just seeing the upload on the very next day, which is Friday. But the other thing that I want to say is she kept shifting the camera and she kept saying that Kalani was asleep, but I didn't see Kalani. I couldn't hear Kalani. Usually Kalani is sitting in the car seat that is behind the passenger seat. And Olivia turned the camera in that direction a few times and I didn't see Kalani. I didn't hear her, but I mean, she said Kalani was in the car. I just didn't see her or hear her.
I wasn't gonna vlog. Obviously, I'm not gonna vlog when I get them. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot over to AJ's school, do that open house. He's gonna be so happy to see his siblings. Girl, every single day he's asking me, "Did you pick up brothers and sisters?" So I told him today's the day, honey. He's gonna be so happy and he's gonna be so proud having them at his little school open house. So it's gonna be good. I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about him, so I'm not gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna say is I'm so in love, and I need to just let myself be in love with him. Like, I need to just let myself. You know what I mean? That's why I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it scares me to be so in love again. It really scares me, you guys. It does. It does. So, anyway, we're not going to talk about it. I'll tell you guys in April, okay? We'll talk about it in April. I'm going to try to discipline myself to not speak on this because it's good. You know, if it's something's good, you just keep it to yourself and you just hold on to it, you know? So, anyway. Okay, anyway, but, yeah. Okay, girl, anyway. I'm having flashbacks. Ooh! But it's his birthday today, so we had a good night and a good morning, and, yeah. You guys, my haters like to call me broke, poor, whatever, poverty, whatever. Look, you guys, I don't have it all right now. I don't. But I've always been a girl where it's like, if I don't have it, I'm not in denial. And I'm not trying to stunt. I'm not trying to front. I don't do that stunting and fronting because I'm a solid person. I know who I am. I stand 10 toes down on who I am. And I don't care if I'm taking the buzz. If I am living in a box under a brick, bitch, I'm gonna say I'm gonna live that until I get to where I need to get. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's like, yeah, I might not be where I want to be right now, but I know I'm gonna get there. Like, I know I am. It's not a question. It's not a question. Is if I'm gonna get there. It's when I'm gonna get there. You feel me? So just like when you guys first met me on this YouTube platform, I wasn't making good money. I wasn't doing this, that. You know, I was living, but I was still living. I wasn't living beyond my means. You guys have never seen me live beyond my means. When I have it, I got it. A bitch got it. You feel me? But I don't have to stunt for it. I just don't do all that. You know, that's like immature shit. So, yes, I buy my kids clothes from the thrift stores. I am going to go get them. I'm waiting on some money, not tax money, don't worry about the money, but I am waiting on some money so I could take my kids to the Nike outlet that's here in Arlington, and I'm going to buy them all a couple pairs of shoes. I sure am. And, yeah, but I do buy my kids clothes from Walmart, the thrift store, wherever I see a good deal, honey, because I'm going to get my deal. You feel me? I don't stunt for people.
Wow. So now Olivia doesn't stunt for people. Now Olivia is trying to make it seem like she lives within her means. She, is not trying to throw in anybody's face that, she got money. Because what's really interesting with all of this is she started out by saying, my haters like to call me broke and say I'm living in poverty. But Olivia, this is what you love calling women. You love calling women broke. So again, it's like you say you live in your truth, but you don't. Because what we're seeing is you're living in your truth, not by word of recognition, but it's because you can't hide it. You can't hide what your life looks like. Your life is giving poverty. Your life is giving broke. And I'm not saying that to be funny or to, throw a dig at you. I'm saying it because that is where you are in life right now. And what makes it bad for you is you try to hide it for so long. You try to throw in people's faces that your family got you. Your family will always take care of you. You come from a family of generational wealth. You was the one trying to stunt and try to make it seem like you had more than other women on this platform. And so now that you're in a situation where you can't hide your life, you can't hide the type of apartments you're living in, you can't hide the fact that you're dealing with bugs, and you can't hide the fact that, your life is pretty much, exposing your truth. Now you want to come on here and spin this story to make it seem like, you're not about stunning and trying to live above your means. And you want to try to give this sob story of how people are calling you broke and you're destitute and you're living in poverty. But this is what you was constantly putting on other women. So again, you're not understanding how words work, Olivia. Anytime you speak negatively on another person, anytime you set out in your heart first to cause another woman to experience some type of hurt or anguish or pain, when you first feel that in your heart towards somebody and then you carry it out by the words that you speak on other people, it's always going to come back on you. So this whole time you're calling women broke, you dusty, you dusty, calling people roaches. But look at what ended up showing up in your life. Like, words are powerful, girl. Like, you don't get that by now? Every time you speak negatively on somebody, we see you end up in the same situations. Every time you set out to cause hurt upon somebody, it comes back around on you. And it doesn't matter how many times you duck and dodge karma. Karma is still going to show up and present itself to you, because this is what you put out into the universe. I just, for the life of me, I don't understand why this girl is just not getting it. It's almost like she's fighting so hard against it because she wants to continue to be evil towards people. But girl, if that is the choice you keep choosing to make, evil is going to come back on you. It's only when you change that and you stop trying to affect other people's lives, that is when you will start to experience some kind of peace in your own. The last thing I'm going to say here is, it's very intentional why Olivia made it a point to say, and it's not coming from tax money. when she made mention of how she was waiting on money so she could buy her children shoes. I believe Olivia made it a point to emphasize that is because that's exactly what it is. It's money that she's getting from tax money, but she doesn't want to put that out onto the internet because she told the court that she's not getting paid through YouTube. As far as, the courts know, she's not making any money. She doesn't have a job. But I very much believe this is her way of trying to think that she's being smart, and she doesn't want to incriminate herself by letting it be known that she did file taxes and she did have some tax money. But yeah, those are just my thoughts and what I feel about that situation.
To say that today because people do judge me and I don't care. Even when I was driving Mercedes, I was driving Mercedes not to stunt. It's because my money was there. You feel me? When you do something like that, when you buy a nice car, when you buy a house, when you do these things, you have to make sure you have the money to keep up with it. It's a lifestyle. It's not just I want to stunt for a minute. You feel me? So people need to grow up, and I don't care about stunting. I drive. This is a 2012. I don't care. It's a good car. It's paid off, cash, money. You feel me? I have liability insurance. I'm a grown ass woman, so I don't try to stunt for the internet. So all of those comments and anything mean anyone's gonna say to me, oh, Liv, you're broke, you're poor, you buy stuff in the thrift. I sure do. And when I'm up again, driving my Mercedes truck, I'm still going to be going to the thrift store. I'm still going to show my kids, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with secondhand. There's nothing wrong with cheap, shopping. Even though you got it, you don't always got to spend everything. Save. I'm trying to teach myself to save. I'm trying to, grown people shit.
So this conversation that Olivia was having right here was pretty much on the heels of the other live she was having where she was trying to give Jasmine advice and trying to call Jasmine out for getting a new vehicle, calling her stupid, saying she mismanaged her money. This was the live, but she deleted it. She did this live on the same day in the car, but she deleted that live. And so I just think it's very hypocritical for Olivia to try to come on here and make it sound like she's so mature and she knows how to manage her money and she's in a position to give advice when we have seen this girl jack money off left and right. Like, literally. And you just spent time in jail for non-child support because you made the choice to allow your child support to get all the way up to 60,000 plus in back child support. You allowed your child support to rack up that much debt because you was mismanaging your money and you was acting very immature in not wanting to pay your child support. But you have all this free game. You got all this wealth of knowledge and information that you can share the next woman. But you're only saying this because you're trying to throw jabs. You're only saying it because you was hating on the fact that Jasmine had a newer vehicle than you. Like, it's really giving jealousy. It's really giving you had a problem with the fact that Jasmine had tax money to even spend. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But at the same time, it's like, if you got all this information, why is your life where it's at? You talking about you're trying to save money, that's grown stuff. Okay, well, so basically you're saying this whole time you haven't been grown. You're admitting to the fact that you haven't been grown this whole time. So again, you're confirming the things that I've been saying. You're very immature in a lot of ways, and you have never shown yourself to be in a position where you know how to handle your business. You rely heavily on your mother and your stepfather to take care of your responsibilities. And when you keep making these bad decisions and you end up in worse situations, guess who you're pulling on to bail you out? Your mother. And you think that's a flex? At your big grown age? At your big grown age, you think it's a flex that you're sitting on the internet talking about you need to learn how to start saving money? You need to start putting money aside? You should already know to do that. You think you're flexing because you have liability car insurance? What about some life insurance? Do you got life insurance on your children? Like, that's a flex. Like, do you have a college fund set aside for your children? Do you have any money set aside for your kids? Like, what are we talking about? I think it's the weirdest thing that you try to act like you're not doing certain things, but you're the one who's doing it the most. Like, girl, you flex all the time, and then you talking about when you had your Mercedes, you wasn't trying to stunt on people. Girl, what? Girl, you couldn't. Nobody could tell you nothing when you was driving in that little Mercedes. You was constantly thinking you was that girl, constantly trying to throw in people's faces that you driving a Mercedes. Like, girl, stop it. But again, it's like every time you are down and out, and every time the tables turn, here you come trying to spin the story. You trying to spin the narrative. You trying to rewrite your history as if we didn't watch all of this unfold up until present. Like, girl, you are really a fraud. You're always talking about how you're trying to teach your children to live in their truth. Girl, how about you start living in your own? Because kids learn by example, not by what you say to them. They watch what you do and how you are as a woman, as a mother. That's how they learn. But it's like, this is ridiculous.
You can put some spray on me. You can spray me.
Spray you?
Yeah.
With perfume?
Yeah, with perfume. Mama!
I'm gonna do your hair. You wanna do your hair? No, I'm not picking you up, Kailani. Mommy's trying to look like I'm not dead. Can I just do a little bit of makeup? Just a teeny bit? And then you'll have my undivided attention again. I just want to do a little bit of makeup. Is that okay with you?
Thank you, makeup too.
No, you can't do makeup too. You're just a baby. You can't do makeup too. Babies don't do makeup. Okay, I'll give you some lip gloss when I'm done. When I'm done. Not right now.
Please. Please.
I can't do nothing, bro. What do you mean, please? Who are you begging over here? Talking about please. Girl, leave me alone. Mm-hmm. I feel nauseous as hell. Who's laughing? I don't see anybody laughing. I see people trolling, but I don't care, you guys. People can troll if they want. If that makes them feel better inside, let them troll. What? Are you talking about me? No, I'm not spraying you until we leave. You leave mommy alone for 5 minutes. You hear me? Okay, thank you. I fed you, I clothed you, I got you to use the potty. Leave mommy alone for 5 minutes. Mommy can have 5 minutes to myself.
So AJ is asking his mom to spray perfume on him. And she told him she will spray perfume on him before they leave. Instead of Olivia telling this little boy that boys don't wear perfume, she is going to indulge and spray perfume on him. And I'm pretty sure she's done this before. I don't understand why Olivia doesn't get separate things for AJ. You know he watches you put on your makeup, your lip gloss, and then he wants to put that on his lips too, especially when he see Kalani putting it on. So you try to correct him and you give him chapstick. Okay, that's cool. But when it comes to perfume, he needs to understand that girls wear perfume, not boys. It's not going to be a big deal, Olivia, for you to purchase him some cheap body spray for men, like something where he can feel like he has his own separate stuff because he's a boy. You have got to stop caving in and letting this little boy do things that little girls only do. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind that this live that we're watching now was entitled, I Lost the Baby. And so she's referring to some people in the comments that are laughing, and she said, I don't care about the people in the comments laughing, they're just trolling. What makes this interesting too is the fact that Olivia is talking about people in her comments are trolling, but Olivia actually is trolling herself. That's why she entitled the video the way she did. You'll understand more better once you really get more into this live. So let's continue.
Okay, so a lot happened this weekend. Kailani, no. A lot. Oh my god, this weekend was so draining. I can't believe I survived this weekend, you guys. And sorry, no, I did not pick up the camera. I did not vlog. I did not. Girl, I couldn't. I was in so much fucking pain. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm scared to send AJ back to school today because AJ brought this stomach bug home and I thought I was good. He got it on Friday and she caught it. Her and I caught it on Saturday. Kailani and I. Okay? Y'all, when I tell you, I was crying and praying. That's how sick I was. I was crying and praying to the Lord so He would make us better because I was so sick. I don't ever, and the doctor did tell me that I probably was even sicker because I'm pregnant, but oh my God, I was so damn sick. I thought I was gonna die. Like, I literally thought I was gonna die. Like, I'm not even playing. So I didn't vlog anything. Nothing. I was supposed to have a vlog for you guys today. I don't have one, and I'm not going to stress myself out because of it, because this weekend was hell. Yesterday, I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. That stomach bug was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Like, before, I've had stomach bugs before, but they were not that intense, and it kind of lasted longer. Like, I still feel it kind of in my system. Like, I still feel nauseous here and there. But when I tell you, on Saturday night, I was literally crying and begging the Lord to make me better because I couldn't handle it. Like, it was so serious. I was vomiting so much. I had nothing left to vomit, and I was still vomiting. It was so fucking bad. And then on top of it, I had all the kids here. But that wasn't even the worst thing. The worst thing is, that night, I woke up and I was spotting. So I'm like, what the hell? How am I spotting? Like, this hasn't... But I was so confused because I was having such bad stomach pain that when I started to spot, I was like, oh my God. Girl, we did wash everything. Yesterday, we went to the laundromat and I washed everything. But when I saw that I was spotting, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I would not think that I was having a miscarriage because of how much pain I was in. I didn't know where the fuck the stomach pain was. The stomach pain was everywhere. And I'm so scared about sending him back to school, bro. Like, I'm so scared. I can't deal with any more sicknesses. I can't. But yeah, I went to the doctor. I went to the ER. And like I said, it was serious. It was for real. Okay? And I wasn't finna vlog or go live. I was in so much fucking pain. I was in so much pain. I still am, like, shaky. So they gave me a thingy.
Mommy.
What's it called? A sonogram?
Mommy.
What, Mama? What? You're counting? I'm about to do this hair.
No.
Yes, I am about to do this hair.
No.
I thought for sure, like, I thought for sure I was losing the baby. Like, I didn't know what the fuck it was, you guys. I knew it was a stomach bug because AJ just had one, but like I told you, I never felt it that severe. Never in my life. And the doctor said it was like that most likely because I'm pregnant. I was like, are you fucking serious? That's ridiculous. I cannot be sick. Like, I cannot catch no sicknesses. I'm gonna feel it like 10 times worse because I'm pregnant. Like, no. It was bad. It was really, 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 really bad, you guys. It was really bad. Really bad. I done went to the doctor. When I was at the doctor, I done crapped on myself. I promise you I did. I promise you I crapped on myself at the doctor. I wasn't going to tell you guys that part. But I crapped on myself at the doctor. Like, I couldn't even hold it. Like, that's how much... It was such a hot-ass mess. Oh, my God. This weekend was such a hot fucking mess. It was a hot mess. Okay? Yeah, this is too. Yeah, the baby's okay, you guys. The baby's fine. But this weekend was very scary. And I don't want to go through this shit again. He was only in school for 4 fucking days and his ass caught that sickness.
So this woman intentionally entitled her video, "I Lost the Baby." But then she turned around and told the person in her comment section that the baby is fine. So why would you entitle the video, "I Lost the Baby," if you wasn't trying to troll? Because you knew Jasmine had just put out a video saying that she had a miscarriage. So you played on that. And this is why I say what I said earlier in the video. Olivia thought she was being funny by throwing jabs at Jasmine the day prior, making fun of the fact that Jasmine lost her baby. It was very disgusting, the things she was saying. And it was very disgusting how this woman literally was laughing at the fact that Jasmine lost her baby. Only for her the very next day to experience a pain, according to her, that she's never experienced before. For it to be so bad that she had to go to the emergency room. She was constantly vomiting, according to her, even to the point where she couldn't hold her bowels. And she ended up using the restroom on herself. It was so bad that she said that she was literally crying and praying for God to take the pain away. She said she was so afraid that she was going to lose her baby. And she was so afraid that she thought she was dying. All of this happened the very next day after Olivia did the most evil thing a woman could do to another woman. She laughed in the face of someone who shared that they just had a miscarriage. And this is what happened to Olivia. See, Olivia, like I said before, she can never see her own karma, but she can see everybody else's. And this is why I'm putting a spotlight on this, because Olivia needs to see that this didn't just happen out the blue. This happened because of what you did to another woman. This is so tragic. Because it's like this woman continues to create an environment of chaos. And she doesn't see that it's her own doing. It's because of her why she is living in a decline. It's very tragic. And what really just makes this whole situation speak to the fact that this happened because of what Olivia did, although I wasn't able to capture the video in question, I did take a screenshot of what she had titled that live. This is this is how she entitled the live. It says, "That's why you don't prey on other people's downfall." The girl spelled pray, P-R-A-Y, instead of P-R-E-Y. But that's what she was trying to say. She said, "That's why you don't prey on other people's downfall." Basically saying that Jasmine experienced a miscarriage because she was preying on Olivia's downfall. This is what prompted her to get on a live and make fun of the fact that Jasmine had a miscarriage. This was her justification for doing it. But look at what ended up happening the next day. You was almost in a situation where you literally felt like you was dying. You was in a situation where you was spotting where it could have ended up where you lost your own baby. You was in a situation where you was praying, P-R-E-Y, on another woman, only to find yourself literally praying, P-R-A-Y, to God because you was afraid. You see how that works, Olivia? Nothing happens by chance. Nothing happens by coincidence. This is how swift karma keeps knocking at your door because you don't know how to stop running your mouth. You don't know how to stop messing with people. You don't know how to stop putting your mouth on people. This is why karma keeps coming back to you swiftly.
That's a shitty situation. Yo, you have no idea. My shit was like water, bro. It was a very shitty situation. Stop! It was bad. It was so, this weekend was so bad, bro. No one's sitting on my lap. Back up. And then, here's the worst part about it. I kept throwing up every single thing. I would drink water. Kailani and we would drink water and we would throw it up. And I was so dehydrated. And after the dehydration, like after that long period of being dehydrated and I couldn't drink, if I drank water, my stomach would hurt and I would throw it up. So I had to just eat ice. Oh my God, it was so bad. I just thought about that because I'm so thirsty. How can a little fucking bug take me out like that? I'm so scared to send him to school right now. I'm kind of like debating if I should. It lasted Saturday, like right when I got off alive. I didn't even make dinner that night. What did I give the kids for dinner? Because Saturday after I got off alive, I was out of there. We ate something. We made like chorizo and we had like tacos. Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to think about it. And then we made cookies. After I ate a couple cookies, I was like, nah, there's something wrong. But I was kind of feeling like weird all day, but I didn't want to think I caught his sickness. Oh, wait, honey. After dinner, bruh, I was out of there. So it was all night, Saturday night. I went to the doctor. Can you stop? I went to the doctor at like 3 that morning. I went to the ER. Came home probably around 5:30, 6-ish. Went back to sleep. Y'all, I was asleep all day yesterday until 6 p.m. I was just asleep. I had to. Because every time I woke up, I was waking up and I was like, I couldn't even talk. It was bad. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. You guys be careful with that shit. Because that's like not a regular stomach bug. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like I said, the last time we caught the stomach bug. Okay, hello, I'm talking. The last time we caught the stomach bug, we were in Florida. Number one, it lasted longer. And it was not that fucking intense. Like we were sick, but we weren't like, I didn't feel like I was dying. No, you're not getting up here. No. Last night I felt like, yesterday, the day before, I felt like I was dying. It was crazy.
Just climb up and then get off.
Because I thought I did lose the baby. That's why I put it as the title.
Not yet. Okay, wait.
If you guys have a problem with my title, get the fuck out of my live. I could put whatever I want as a title.
See, the reason why Olivia got so mad at that comment is because she knew she was wrong for putting that as a title. Saying that your experience was you thought you was going to lose your baby versus putting in the title you did lose your baby, those are two completely different things. And you know that. And it's very disgusting and gross of you to not only troll Jasmine, but to also be so insensitive to other women who have lost a child. That is very gross for you to use that as a clickbait title and as a way to try to be funny because you don't like somebody. It's very disgusting. It's very low for a woman to do that, and your audience is pretty much all women. It's very nasty. And I would hate to know that there are women who actually was supporting you, who have actually been in that situation and see you do something like that. To even think that there is one woman who has been following you this whole time see you put a title like that, knowing that you didn't even lose your child and they may have been in a situation where they have experienced loss of a child, it's very insensitive. And it's just the most disgusting thing a woman could do. You're just very gross. You have no limits to how low you will go. Very disgusting. And for you to put that as your title, knowing that you were scared that you could have potentially lost your own child. That's why you called yourself praying to God, because you was afraid. So the fear just ran its course, huh? You're back to being the evil live that you show yourself to keep being. But when tragedy hits and when you're on the edge of something really bad happening to you, that's when you remember God, right? That's when you remember that, bad things can actually happen to your behind. But when you're in the clear, it's back to the old live. It's back to playing your disgusting games and being disgusting the way that you keep showing yourself up to be. How sad.
Kailani, no. I'm not holding you. I don't care. Look at her. I'm not holding you. I have to do my hair. My hair looks a mess. Back up. Everybody back up. Get away from me. Go. Go, 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 go. Give me that right now. Give that to me. Okay, get out. And don't come back over here, since you can't pick up my stuff for me. Goodbye. Go. Go in your room. That's why you have a room. Goodbye. See you later. Oh, wait, child. Get up out my face.
So the kids have been back with Olivia for about 2 weeks now, and we are already seeing Olivia tell her children to get out of her face, to get out of her room, to leave her alone. But you've been away from them since December 16th. You got them back on February 23rd. And here it is, you have your babies back. The babies, you kept saying, oh, I miss my baby so much. I can't wait to see AJ. I can't wait to see Kalani. Oh, I miss them so much. And they've been back in your care for 2 weeks. And this is what we're already seeing. I mean, okay. But this is the same girl who said that she was going to be more patient with her children. Yeah.
What is this doing in here? That's weird. And I don't care. I'm sweating everywhere. See, I still feel it because I'm sweating all over the damn place. Why is this not in the fridge? Where is my fan? God damn. I have shit on my desk and shit just gets up and walks away. Now I don't know where my fan is. Lord Jesus, bro. Here it is. They don't have tablets. Yeah, they do. They just want to be at my butt because I'm on live.
So that was the first live that Olivia did today. Now we're going to go to the second live she did today.
Are you taking family photos? Yes, I am. I need to take some for, what's it called, for Easter. Oh, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Damn, thank you for reminding me. I didn't even think about that shit. I haven't taken family photos in a minute, girl. Y'all know that's what I always do. I always get my photos done with my kids. Yeah, I do them yearly. For real. I actually do them like seasonal. Like I used to get them like twice a year. Like around Christmas time and springtime. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so I need to set that appointment. I'm just going to go ahead and set it right now. So I don't forget. Okay, that means I have to go and get everybody an outfit. I was supposed to do Christmas photos, but then, yeah. Oh, and let me say this. I'm not trying to be rude. I am hormonal today, but I'm not trying to be rude. But to anybody who has something to say say about how I do shit on my channel, please get the fuck from my channel. Respectfully. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like half of y'all people who have something to say about what the fuck I do over here, you bitches don't even really support me. You guys just look for a reason to complain. You don't support, you don't give a fuck, you just watch and you don't care for real about me, my well-being, my children. You don't give a fuck. So please don't comment nothing about how I do things over here on this channel. I can title my shit any way I want to title it. It's called doing YouTube. It's called doing what I do. So don't worry about what I do. Worry about what you do. Respectfully. Thank you.
Once again, Olivia proves the people to be right, because you are proving that you do have a problem when anybody, supporter or not, you have a problem when anybody says something to you that you don't want to acknowledge. What you did in titling your video the way you did, it was very offensive, it was very insensitive, and it was just downright gross. And for anybody, including a supporter, to tell you that that was offensive and that you shouldn't title your video that way, for you to not even want to take that into consideration with your own supporter, it shows that you only want people over there that will accept whatever it is you say and do over there without them saying anything against what you're doing. You want people to enable you. You want people to just agree with everything that you do over there. And that's not being realistic. I know you like using realistic over there, but it's not being realistic, Olivia, because you cannot think that you are going to find somebody in life that is going to agree with every single thing you say and do. And you cannot think that everything you say and do is right. Like, it's just weird that you are offended by the fact that people are offended by your title. That's crazy. And what's even more crazy is for you to make the excuse that it's because of YouTube why you titled your video that way. Like, girl, what? That's YouTube? No, it's the content creator using the YouTube platform. YouTube is not telling you to title your videos that way. That's you, Olivia.
The inner shimmer. Thank you, baby. Hey, Liv, are you with child? No. I just gained a bunch of weight. I'm just super fucking fat. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got knocked up again. You guys know how it goes. Irresponsible me. So fucking irresponsible. Oh! Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, that shit fucking hurts. Oh, that shit hurt like a bitch. I've been wanting to put that shit in, but I've been avoiding that pain. You play too much. No, it's the truth. What the hell? I hate when bitches try to comment on what I do over here. Don't worry about it. These bitches don't care anyway. I could die tomorrow. These bitches aren't gonna give a fuck. So please stop. Just leave me alone. Y'all should have seen me when I was doing these LED lights, bitch. It was super dangerous. You can only get that on this channel. Fuck, bro. Oh, you stupid fucking thing. Ugh. My ass went down, honey. Ugh. Oh my gosh. The chair. It's stuck. What do I do? And I got makeup all over my fucking shirt. Ugh. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh! Okay, did you guys enjoy that entertainment?
Wow. It's interesting how her first live today was speaking about how she lost the baby. And then the second live was entitled, Stuff is About to Change. And then we see this girl literally falling. Now, my thing is, I would think a person would have enough common sense not to use a rolling chair as a stepping stool. That to me would require common sense to know not to do that. But for you to be pregnant and still not have the common sense to not use a rolling chair as a stepping stool is beyond me. But what I find even more interesting, you went from making fun of somebody losing their baby to you trying to, come on here and troll by titling your video "You Lost Your Baby," knowing good and well you didn't lose your baby, to getting upset at people in the comments because they're telling you that you titling your video that way was wrong and it wasn't cool, to you falling flat on your behind. I don't know what else to say. Like, girl, do you really not get a clue here? Of all the times you have been on live, I have never seen this girl fall. Never. And the way you came crashing down, I felt that had so much meaning to me. And what kept sticking out to me when I saw this girl fall is pride comes before a fall. And this girl has a lot of pride. A lot of it. And I think it's sad that this girl just laughs things off and pretends things are not happening, and she lies about what's really going on. And she tries to, make it everybody's fault, and she tries to play victim, and she tries to, spin narratives and rewrite her history. And all these things that she does over there, deflection and projection, gaslighting, and just not being honest about what is really going on with her. All these things that she does to remain in denial, never wanting to own up to what she is doing, she just keeps putting herself in a deeper hole. And her life is exposing her. Everything she does, it's turning on her. It's exposing what is really true. And it's like, girl, when are you going to open your eyes and see what is really happening around you? Because people are not just doing all of these things to you. You're doing these things to yourself. And the verse that I'm speaking of is found in Proverbs 16:18. And it speaks about how pride comes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. And when you look at the word haughty, when it's making reference about a haughty spirit, it's speaking about someone who has an attitude of arrogance. They have an arrogant pride about themselves. They have a superiority about themselves. They have disdain for others because they hold themselves as if they are better than. It means having a proud heart, lifting oneself up, exalting oneself up. This is what having a haughty spirit is referring to, and this is what we see in Olivia. So her falling in the natural is only showcasing what is really going on in the spirit. This girl is just falling every which way because she refuses to acknowledge what is happening in her life. She's refusing to acknowledge that her life is a mess. And you may think it's cute to call your vlogs March mess, but understand it's not just a mess in the month of March. Your life is a mess. But with that being said, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.